I am Arawanyi Asaba, the spirit of wealth that calls to desperate men. Come forth, drink from my blessings, and my breast shall nourish you with gold, power, and endless fortune. But remember this, every gift I give carries a price far greater than the treasure you seek.
They say Asaba is not just a town, it's a river of secrets. A place where desire is measured and where greed is answered. Because in Asaba, wealth does not come empty, it comes with a shadow. And once that shadow knows your name, it does not forget. Emeka did not hate his life, he was simply tired of it. Tired of waking up every morning to the same leaking roof. Tired of watching his mother struggle like a woman carrying a burden too heavy for one soul. Tired of seeing his younger sister, Amaka, pretend she wasn't hungry. He was not lazy. He worked. He tried. But effort without result can break a man slowly. One afternoon, Emeka sat outside their house, staring at the dusty road. His mind was far away. What if I never make it? What if this is my life forever? The thought scared him, more than poverty. That was when he heard a horn. He looked up. A Mercedes-Benz stopped in front of him. "Emeka, my guy!" He blinked. "Ikechukwu." But this was not the Ikechukwu he knew. Clean clothes, fresh haircut, a chain that caught sunlight like it had something to prove. Confidence. Too much confidence. "You don't forget your guy?" Ike laughed, stepping down. Emeka stood slowly. "You don't change?" Ike smiled. "Na life."
They sat together. At first, they spoke like old friends. Small talk, memories, laughter. But Emeka couldn't ignore it. That difference, that gap. Finally, he asked the question that had been burning inside him. "Ike, how you take Duam?" Silence. Ikechukwu looked at him carefully, not like a friend, like someone measuring something. "Do what?" Emeka gestured around him. "This life, this money, you know be like this before." Ike leaned back, smiled slowly. Some things know they talk for outside. Emeka's chest tightened. "I'm serious." Ike's expression changed slightly, not playful anymore. "You really want to know?" Emeka didn't hesitate. "Yes." That was the moment everything changed. Ike leaned closer, lowered his voice, and said just one word, "Asaba." The air around them felt heavier. "Asaba for what?" Emeka asked. Ike didn't answer immediately. He just looked at him, then said quietly, "For the kind of money we know they finish." Emeka swallowed. "How?" Ike chuckled softly, shook his head. "If I tell you, you fit follow." That question sat between them like a challenge. Emeka thought about his mother, about hunger, about failure. Then he said, "I go follow." Ike nodded slowly. "Good." That evening, Emeka told his mother he wanted to travel. The reaction was immediate. "Asaba?" Mama Emeka's voice dropped. "Who told you about that place?" Emeka grew defensive. "Mama, I need to do something. We can't continue like this." She grabbed his shirt tightly.
Her eyes filled with something deeper than fear. "My son, listen to me carefully. Asaba has two roads. One road will bless you. The other will bury you while you are still breathing." Emeka felt it. That warning. But desire is louder than caution. "I will be careful," he said. But he had already chosen. The next morning, he left with Ikechukwu. At the park, two others joined them. Chuka, restless, loud, desperate for money. Nonso, quiet, watching, like he already knew how this story ends. The journey to Asaba felt normal at first, but the closer they got, the more something felt wrong. The air became thick, the sky dull. Even the sounds of the city felt distant, like they were underwater. As they approached Asaba, the air felt different, like the town was breathing. They entered a busy part of the city, big houses, loud music, girls with long nails, men with expensive shoes, fast life, money everywhere. Emeka felt small. Ikechukwu smiled at him. "Welcome, my guy." They rented a room in a cheap hotel and slept. That night, they stayed in a small hotel, but Emeka couldn't sleep. Voices woke him. He stayed still, pretending, listening. Chuka whispered, "I no fit suffer again. I go do anything."
Nonso's voice came next. "Anything?" Then Ikechukwu. "Calm down. Emeka must agree first." Silence. "Na him we bring." Emeka's heart skipped. They brought him. Morning came, but peace did not. He confronted Ike immediately. "What is going on?" Ike sighed. "Emeka, we are friends. I won't lie to you." He paused. "There is a way to make money fast." Emeka's throat dried. "How?" Ike looked at him, then said, "A woman." Emeka frowned. "What kind of woman?" Nonso answered this time, slowly. "Not the kind you marry." Ike continued, "Arawanyi Asaba." And then, they told him everything. A spirit, a woman, a being that gives wealth, but never for free. Chuka leaned forward, eyes shining with madness. "If you cake from her, money go follow you like shadow." Emeka stood up immediately. "No, this is Magnus." But Nonso looked at him and said quietly, "Not people like you, she dey like." That night, Emeka dreamed. A river, dark, endless, and a woman standing inside it. She didn't move, but her eyes followed him. Emeka. He tried to run, but the water held him. She touched his chest. "Come to me, and you will never beg again." He woke up shaking. The next evening, they took him to the river. The moon watched. The water was black.
Still. Too still. They crossed. And on the other side, the forest swallowed them. Then they saw her. Arawanyi Asaba. Not human, not spirit. Something in between. She looked at Emeka, like she had always known him. My son of hunger. His body refused to move. She stepped closer. You want to be seen. You want to be respected. You want to be free from poverty. Tears filled his eyes. Who are you? She smiled. I am the answer to men who are tired of waiting. I am the road many men take when they are tired of walking. Her voice was neither kind nor cruel. It was inevitable. Then she stepped closer. Too close. The air around her smelled like rain and old secrets. She placed her palm slowly against his chest, and Emeka gasped as a burning warmth spread through his ribs, into his spine, into his skull. Do you truly want abundance? She asked softly. His voice trembled. Yes. Her eyes deepened. Then kneel. The forest grew silent. Even the wind stopped moving. And Emeka dropped to his knees before her, heart pounding like a drum of war. Arawanyi Asaba loosened the cloth that wrapped her upper body, not in seduction, but in ritual. Her skin glowed faintly under the moonlight. Not human, not spirit, something in between. She lifted his chin with one finger. The wealth of the world, she whispered, comes from nourishment, from what is given and what is taken.
She drew his forehead gently against her chest. The moment his skin touched her, something exploded inside him. The warmth turned into fire. Visions flooded his mind. Money raining like leaves in harmattan. Gold stacked like yams in harvest.
crowds shouting his name. His mother living in a mansion. Respect, power, status. Time stopped. For what felt like an hour, Emeka remained there, suspended between pleasure and pain, as something invisible poured into him. Not milk, not blood, but force. When she finally pushed him back, he fell onto the forest floor, breathing heavily. Arawanyi Asaba stood tall again. "You have tasted from the breast of wealth," she said. Her voice was no longer soft. "But listen carefully. There is a law." Emeka swallowed, dizzy. "What law?" Her eyes sharpened. "You must never use this wealth to help anyone. Never feed the hungry. And when I call," she bent low until her lips were almost touching his ear, "you will return what was drawn from me." Chuka whispered eagerly behind him, "We agree, we agree."
Her gaze never left Emeka. His head spun, his veins still burned, but greed is louder than fear, and so he nodded. "I agree." She smiled slowly, and the forest wind rose, not like laughter, but like something ancient being fed. Within weeks, his life changed. Money came from nowhere. Deals worked. Luck followed him. His family smiled again. But peace never came, because the river always collects. The dreams returned. The voice followed. And one night, she called, "Bring what is mine." That was when Emeka realized the price had been set without him knowing. And this time, there was no escape, because some debts are written in the soul. The night the river called again, Emeka already knew this time would be different. There was no warmth in the voice, no promise, only ownership. He stood at the riverbank alone. The moon was thinner now, like something had been taken from it. The water moved slowly, like it was watching him. Then she appeared, Arawanyi Asaba, no longer gentle, no longer inviting. She stood taller, her presence heavier, like the forest itself feared her. "You came," she said. Emeka swallowed. "You said I should." She smiled faintly. "You are learning obedience." His chest burned where she had touched him before. "What do you want from me?" he asked, voice shaking. She stepped closer. "What all mothers want." Emeka frowned. "Return." His heart pounded. "I told you, I didn't promise anything." She laughed softly. "You promised without knowing. That is the sweetest kind of promise." Emeka's voice rose. "Then tell me what you want." Her eyes darkened. "Your blood." "My blood," he whispered. She tilted her head. "The one who shares your blood." Emeka staggered back. "No." Her voice dropped, cold as death. "Bring your sister." The world spun. "No," Emeka said again, shaking his head. "She is innocent." Arawanyi Asaba's lips curved. "So were you." Emeka fell to his knees. "I can't do that." Her voice sharpened. "You already started the journey. You have eaten what belongs to spirits. Now you choose how the story ends."
Emeka's breath became shallow. What if I refuse? The forest went silent. Even the insects stopped. Arawanyi leaned in close. "Then I will take from you, slowly." For 3 days, Emeka tried to resist. He avoided sleep, because every time he closed his eyes, he saw Amaka, standing in darkness, calling his name. "Brother, why are you leaving me?" He went to Ike. He was shaking. "She wants my sister," he said. Ike's face drained of color. "No, I don't know what to do," Emeka cried. "I can't give her my sister." Ike grabbed his shoulders. "Then don't." "You don't understand," he shouted. "She's already in my head. Then we fight it."
Emeka shook his head violently. "You can't run from something inside you." That night, he went home. Mama Emeka was happy to see him. She cooked his favorite meal. Amaka laughed and hugged him tightly. "I missed you," she said. Emeka held her longer than normal. Too long. His hands trembled. Tears filled his eyes. "Brother?" she asked softly. "Why are you crying?" He forced a smile. "I just missed you." That night, Emeka sat alone in his room. A mirror stood against the wall. Then, the mirror changed. The reflection wasn't normal. Arawanyi Asaba stood behind him, inside the mirror, watching, smiling. "You brought her," she whispered. Emeka's body froze. I didn't. "She is here," the spirit said. "That is enough." His chest burned, his head pounded. "Do it," she said softly. "No," Emeka whispered. "Do it," her voice echoed louder.
He covered his ears. The mirror cracked slightly. Her smile widened. Then, suddenly, Amaka's voice echoed in the room. "Brother, help me." Emeka turned. She wasn't there, but he could hear her crying, screaming, begging. His mind fractured. "Stop it," he screamed. "Save her," the spirit whispered, "or lose her." Emeka broke. The next morning, the house was silent, too silent. People gathered outside. Whispers filled the air. Mama Emeka was screaming, crying, calling her daughter's name. Emeka sat in the corner, shaking, blank, his hands stained, his eyes empty. No one understood what happened. Only Emeka knew, and even he couldn't fully remember. They buried Amaka 2 days later. Mama Emeka didn't look at Emeka once. Back in Asaba, the wealth continued, but it felt different, heavy, like chains. 1 year passed. Then the river called again. This time, Emeka didn't run. He didn't cry. He didn't beg. He walked to the river like a man already dead. Arawanyi appeared. "You have done well," she said. Emeka's voice was empty. "What now?" She smiled. "Now, bring your mother." Something inside Emeka snapped. "No." The word came out stronger than expected. Arawanyi's eyes narrowed. "You refuse?" Emeka stepped back.
I lost my sister. I will not lose my mother. The spirit's beauty twisted. "You think you have a choice?" Emeka's voice rose, shaking but firm. "Yes, I do." The wind roared. The river shook. "You will regret this," she said. Emeka nodded. "I already did." From that day, everything ended. The money stopped. Not slowly. Immediately. Deals failed. Accounts emptied. Friends disappeared. Aiki vanished. Chuka was never seen again. Nonso. They said he ran mad in another state. Emeka began to hear voices again. But this time, they were not whispers. They were screams. His sister's voice, calling him. Every night, every hour. He stopped sleeping, stopped eating, stopped thinking.
One afternoon, people saw him on the street, talking to himself, laughing, crying, arguing with shadows. "Leave me alone," he shouted at nothing. "Take everything, just leave me alone." Children began to run from him. Women crossed the road when they saw him. Men shook their heads. Mama Emeka moved out of the new house he bought. She couldn't bear the sight of him. Years later, Emeka became a story. Parents would point at him on the roadside. A thin man, dirty clothes, eyes lost in another world, muttering to himself. "Look well," they would tell their children. That is what Asaba wealth does. Fast money is a fast grave. Not all blessings come from God. And sometimes, on quiet nights, if you listen carefully, you can still hear Emeka arguing with the river,
And across the water, Arawanyi Asaba still waits, because there will always be another Emeka, another hungry heart, another man tired of walking.